for answers. Please check this and code. Would like this officer.
This is not my press conference. It is actually the family's press conference. So perhaps I should hand over to them to address you.
My voice is quite hoarse. It hasn't been an easy day today. My name's Banda. I'm the sister to Honorable J. Banda. I must state that even to come here to talk about this, it's because we've been pressed beyond what we can sustain as a family. We feel not only abused, but mistreated in a country we call home. From Saturday, Sunday, until now, it's been trauma for us. We don't know to other members of the press what this may be, or to members of the public what this may be to them. But to us, this is one of the greatest pains we've had to endure as a family. And today, it became more traumatizing. Around 12 a.m. in the morning, I received a call on my mother's phone. My mother called me and says, there's a call that is coming. I want you to take it. I asked her who was calling, and she says, I just want you to see. I don't know who is calling. And we are already in a period of distress, so I told her, okay, no problem, don't worry about it. I got the phone from her. I had found 2 missed calls. And just when I was getting the phone, the call came through again. It was a number ending with 02. And when I picked up, the person didn't even introduce themselves. They first asked me a question if I knew who Honorable J. Banda is. And I told them, yes, I know him. Who are you that is calling? He says, we've picked someone who claims is Honorable J. Banda. We just saw a vehicle that dumped him. So when we tried to go after him to see how we can help him, he crawled up to almost close to our house, and we helped him, and we started pouring some water on him until we started interrogating him, asking him, and that's how Honorable J gave them my mother's number. So from there I asked him, where are you? And where are you calling from? And then he says, Kafiwe Boys. In Kafiwe, as we are heading to Kafiwe Boys Junction. We said, okay, what time did they drop him? He said they dropped him around almost 23 to midnight. So they were trying to get him awake. So they were pouring water on him and trying to get him warm to see how best he can talk and they can have a lead. Immediately I called out my sisters and my mom, as well as my nephew and my other brother, Mavuto. I said, we've received a call. We all just got into a state of shock. We couldn't even get our shoes. We all just...
So yeah, good evening. I missed out on that press briefing, which was held earlier because I was sleeping. So when I just woke up, that's when I found this Now I've been trying to first of all, before Yeah, so that's when I found this, and I was trying to listen to it. Let me get to TikTok. I need TikTok. I need to. I need to. Okay, so yeah, good evening. I think first and foremost, let us all thank God that JJ Banda has come back to us alive. I think let's start from there. Let's start from there by thanking God that JJ Banda has come back to us alive. I think most of us who knew about this matter, we were praying, we were hoping that we would see JJ Banda alive. And this prayer has been answered. This prayer has been answered. So we are starting on a positive note. And the positive note we are starting on is to thank God. We thank God that JJ Banda has come back to us alive. We would have been talking about something else, that's for sure. You know, the situation was very delicate. We would have been talking about something else at this point in time. But God, by God's grace and your interventions, your prayers, your pressure on his captors is what has made JJ Banda to come back. I want everybody to realize this, that JJ Banda is alive today because of all of us that put pressure, all of us that put pressure, all of us that prayed. It is because of those phone calls that you were making on this program. It is because of those discussions that we were having on radio, in the public, everywhere. That is what has brought back JJ. It is those prayers that you offered. That is what has brought back JJ. Make no mistake to think that this is as a result of the generosity of the UPND. And I want to repeat that last part. Make no mistake to think that JJ Banda has come back alive because of the generosity of the UPND, the generosity or the compassion of the UPND. And why am I saying the UPND? I'm saying the UPND because it is the UPND that are involved in this. There is nothing else. We can't even beat about the bush. These people that like to disturb me on this program, I hate it. Don't call me on my direct line. By the fact that you have my number, it doesn't mean that you should just be abusing it to call it anyhow. By the fact that you have my number, don't just abuse it to call me anyhow. I don't pick calls. I don't pick calls on my 096. I don't pick calls. I've got a number that I use for this program. That is the number that you call. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't call me on my 0966. On my 0966, you don't call me on that number. Don't call me on that number. I will not pick it because I use that phone. I don't know. Some of you do this. You have got this self-importance. I don't pick calls. I don't. I don't pick calls on my 0966. I don't pick it. Yes, it is live, but you can text it, but don't call on it. So, getting back to the issue, I am insisting, and I remain, resolute that it is the UPND that took out JJ. It is the UPND. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this, it's not just a matter of making a wild statement from nowhere. No, me, I don't make statements from nowhere. I make statements out of what I see. And clearly, we all saw the violence that was being proposed on JJ Banda. We all saw the violence that was being proposed on President Edgar Lungu. We also the violence that was being proposed on Jinchisenga, for example. And these people have been very, very clear. Very, very clear. Even the president himself, President Hakainde Hichilema, cannot run away from this. Is actually the proponent of this violence. Hakainde Hichilema is the proponent of this violence. Because he's the one that started. He's the one that started. He's the one that said, tizabwelesa tizachinja mingaratu. Ukavinira uku, tizapitira ukumbuyo, nokugwira pamkosi. That is proposing violence. That is proposing violence. And him being a Republican president, I mean, what do you expect from cadres? If they hear the president talking like that, what do you expect from the cadres, from his cadres? You can't expect anything other than putting into action what their commander has said. So we have also seen the police, the Inspector General of Police, also talking about sorting out the minions around Edgar Lungu. So it is very clear from my point of view that the UPND, President Hakainde Hichilema, are responsible. They are responsible for the gutting of Jinchisenga's house. They are responsible for this abduction. They are responsible. They are responsible. No two ways about it. They are responsible. And their intentions were not to take JJ and, beat him up, torture him up, and let him go. That was not their intention. That was not their intention. And why do I say that? Again, I make a statement, I back it up. Why do I say their intention was not to bring back JJ alive? No. They didn't want to bring back JJ. JJ was not going to come back alive. Had it not been for your intervention, had it not been for your prayers, he was not going to come back alive. He was not going to come back alive. When they took JJ, their intentions was not to bring him back. It wasn't. And why do I say that? The statement from the police, the first statement from the police, the first statement from the police reveals this. It reveals the intention of the police, of the entire operation. And the police were involved. The police were involved. The police knew about this. Again, a statement that needs to be backed up. And I'm going to back it up. So, first let's start with a statement. That statement implicated the state. It implicated the state. Like I said earlier on, the way they came out, the way they narrated how JJ Banda moved and how he disappeared. How he disappeared. They didn't say abducted. They didn't say abducted. When in the first statement, they didn't say abducted. What they brought out in capital letters is that fake note which was in the car, which was suggesting that JJ decided to take his life. I'm sorry, Zambians. Why was that not there? Why was that not there in Me, I follow things. I use my reason. And you could be a praise singer, you could be anything. But really, if you think about it, tell me, why was that note there? Why? Why did they put that note there? Why was that note in the police report? It was a conclusion that they were giving us. That this guy wants to take his life. This guy has gone to take his own life. But yes, I said these guys are amateurs. These guys don't reason properly. And this is the UPND. The UPND, they do things without thinking about what about the next thing, and so on and so forth. They don't think things through to the end. They don't. According to them, they thought it was going to be very easy. It is just a matter of waylaying JJ, get him out of the car, bundle him up, take him to some place, sort him out, kill him, and throw him out. And the following day, we will all be waking up, oh, JJ is dead. And there is a suicide note. This is suicide. We have seen it. Never we have seen it. We have seen it. And I was going to talk about other people tonight. I was going to talk about other people. But I want to concentrate first of all on just JJ for tonight. I will come back and point to you other instances where people have lost lives and there is nothing that has happened. And it is actually very stupid of anyone to say, hey, allow the police. Which police? The worst in the world. Our police have been ranked to be the worst in the world. And of course, it is not any surprise. It is not any surprise. What do you expect of a police force headed by a cadre like Musamba? What do you expect? Musamba is a cadre. What do you expect? It can never be a good police office. It can never be a good police force. It can never be. So it is nonsense for those of you who have been saying, hey, let the police. We are not as stupid as you think. We are not as stupid as you think. You people just came into government. You don't even know how you came into government. You don't even know what you are doing. So don't think that we are stupid. Don't think by the fact that we are not in government that we don't know we are stupid as you are. You are the one who are stupid, not us. We are not stupid to say the police, forget it. This is the worst police that we have. And Zambia has never come out as the worst police in the world, never. Only under the UPND, under Hakainde Hichilema, because Hakainde Hichilema is the police number one. The police themselves are professionals. The police themselves are professionals, but they are getting instructions from a person who is not a trained police officer, from a person who is full of bitterness, from a person who just wants to fix everyone who is speaking against him, from a narcissist, from a mythomania patient. This is why our police is rotten. Our police is rotten. And that Muvita now should just resign as the candidate for Interpol Secretary General. Muvita now should resign, should withdraw his candidature. He's embarrassing. I mean, what are you doing? Aspiring to be Interpol Secretary General, coming from a police force which is the worst in the world. Which is the worst in the world, even in countries where there are mafias, there are drug barons, they are doing better. And you want to contest to say, I want to be the Secretary General. Total nonsense. So don't tell us about the police, because our police, I mean, what do they do apart from arresting opponents? What do they do? What do they do? Tell me which case as our police investigated and cracked down to say they have done an investigation and they have come back to the public and tell us what happened. And like I'm saying, tomorrow I may go back to these people who have gone in cold blood and nothing has come out. People have been killed in cold blood and nothing has come out. People have not been arrested. And today you want to tell us to say, no, the police, nonsense. Nonsense. And these police, they were part of it. They were part of it. They knew. They knew, and I'm saying this, that they knew because of that statement that they issued. That statement that they issued was conclusive. It was conclusive for a first statement. How do you issue a statement that is conclusive? That is conclusive. The first time you are talking about the incidents. How? That statement was conclusive. It was conclusive, and it was conclusive, that this guy abandoned this car and left a note that I am going to I'm going to end my life. I'm going to end my life. Because really, they were not supposed to say that under those circumstances. The circumstances were very clear that no, this can never be an incident of somebody taking his own life. There was a crack on the windscreen. The way the car was left, a person who is going to end his life cannot abandon his car running with the doors open and runs in the wilderness like a ghost to go and end his life. How do you do that? How do you do that? I mean, you can't. Who has ever done that? Who has ever done that? It doesn't happen like that. But remember, there was another incident. You remember that incident of a businessman? You remember that incident of a businessman who was found hanging and the car was nearby? At least that one, the car was nearby and whatever. It looked like it. But for JJ, it didn't look anything close to what the statement was saying. But why did the police release this kind of information, put this kind of narrative? They tried, they were attempting to put this narrative in our heads to conclude that JJ Banda left his car, abandoned his car, and went and ended his life. And the evidence is here. He left a note. That is what they wanted. And this is why I'm telling you that they didn't intend to bring him back alive. They didn't. They didn't intend to bring him back alive. They intended to slay him. They intended to slay him. He was not going to come back. But thank God, you the Zambian people, thank God, you the prayer warriors, thank God, you the church leaders, the traditional leaders, the politicians, the friends, the families, we refused that narrative. I'm telling you, if only we had entertained that narrative that this guy abandoned his car to go and end his life, today we would not be talking about JJ alive. We were not going to talk about JJ alive. So thank God to all of you tonight. I'm saying thank you to all of you, to all of us, because all of us, we waged in on this one. Yes, I was talking, I come to this program and I talk. But your phone calls, when you call, when you speak, I'm telling you what you say on this program, it goes a long way. And I'm thanking you that you call in on this program. That's why I created this program. That's why I created this program. That's why I call this program the Zambian Voice. Because you Zambians come and speak on this program. And what you say, they hear. This program is not a program that you can underrate, or berate. This program is followed. They follow. They follow. That's why they arrest me. That's why I am the most wanted person by this UPND government. I am the most wanted person. They are looking for me. They want to get me. Not because I'm a criminal, but because of this program. Because on this program, you people are able to call in and express yourselves. That is why they don't like me. That is why they don't like me. That is why they want me. That's why they're going to Interpol and putting a red alert. It is because of this program. On this program, we tell the truth. And I thank you people that you call in and also speak the truth. It is because of those phone calls that you make. Please don't underrate what you say on this program. It is those contributions, each one of you that called in and said, we want JJ back. Each one of you that called, there were people that called on this program who have never called on the program. But because of JJ Banda, they called in. And of course, other fora, I know it's not only this program, there were other fora where people were speaking. That is what happens when you speak. You can save a life. You can save a life. We have saved a life of JJ Banda because we speak. So don't listen to those people who say, don't talk. Because if you don't talk, you can lose a life. If we had not spoken, we would have lost JJ. That is the power in talking. That is why some of us are sacrificing our life in talking, because we know when we talk, we can save a life. And today, our talking has saved the life of JJ, because he would have gone. The intention was very clear by the statement that was given by the police. It was very clear. So now, JJ has come back alive. But you can see the apprehension. You can see the apprehension of the state. You can see the apprehension of the state. The state is very apprehensive. Very apprehensive. They are jittery. Why are they jittery? Why are they so apprehensive? JJ is alive. Why not just allow JJ to recover in a hospital and let him go back home? Why treat JJ like, they have captured this war baron? Why do that? Why? Did you see how many police officers surrounded JJ? Did you see? Did you see the commotion that happened at the hospital, at the Midlands Hospital? Did you see? Where did you see? Where did you see? You people, there is social media, information is all over. Search on social media where you saw police officers with guns, armed with guns, the way the police officers were armed at that hospital. Where did you see? Not even in war-torn areas do we see police officers walking in with guns like that. Not even in Gaza. We don't see that in Gaza. We don't see that in Gaza, where they say, they suspect that, people hide under the bunkers of hospitals. You don't see the police like that. But for JJ, they were there. The minister was there. Why? They are trying to cover up something, that is for sure. They are trying to cover up something. They are trying to cover up something. And for those of us who have been tortured before, we know how the police torture. We know how the police torture. We have seen it. I have been several times. I have been in Muma cells and I've seen how police torture people. And what I've seen in police cells, the way they torture people, is what I've seen on JJ. So, to those of you fools who are saying, but yesterday you were saying they are amateurs, today you are saying they are professionals, it is only you who is being a fool. They were amateurs in the way they executed the abduction. They were amateurs. But the way they tortured him, it is very clear that these are professionals. These are coming from the state. The way they tortured him in a way that he is not bleeding. This is how the police torture people. We have seen if abantu torture. Bamuchita torture, bamwekisha na maseos. Abantu nibanga abantu abafu wa maseos, abafuira maseos. Afu omuntu bati takoti po efilonda. But now abamu mamukati afu anokufa. We have seen this. Me, I've seen it several times with myself. The police torture people big time. That police command. That police command. They take people to torture them there. My garden boy was tortured there when they got him. They tortured him there. They torture people there. They took me also there. They took me there to torture me. But they didn't torture me on that day. They didn't torture me, but I was taken there. A number of people will tell you they have been taken. Muriam Command Center. That new building. That new building is a torture chamber. It's a torture chamber. They torture people there. And the way they torture people, sometimes they use electricity. They put them on your private parts. They electrocute you on your private part. They put a charge there. Of course, that charge doesn't kill you, but it really, excruciates you with pain. They do that. They torture you. They torture you. They keep on electrocuting you. Some people are saying that no, I'm some screwdriver. That is the screwdrivers here. Because people those who saw JJ, even in the mumo room, under your feet. They electrocute you under your feet because the skin under the feet is very hard. You don't make marks under the feet. And those are the things JJ is failing to stand. He is failing to stand Kumoluku because that is where they tortured him. That is how they torture. They beat Mumolum. That is professional torturing. If you look at JJ's marks are revealing that the torturing which was done was professional torturing. Not cadres. Not cadres. Cadres, they are careless. Cadres beat you. When they beat you, you become swollen. You have cuts all over your body. But if it is the police torturing you, you'll be looking like the way I am. You may not even have a mark. JJ has marks because they were beating him behind. But really, sometimes you will not even have a mark. I have seen people myself, but really, the body inside has been worked on. But from outside is looking okay. And that is what they did to JJ. And that's why, Jack Mwimbu, like I said, Jack Mwimbu is not a liar. He's a bad liar. He's a bad liar. Because Jack Mwimbu, at least he confessed, at least he agreed that he's not okay. At least he agreed that he's not okay, because that's why he's in the hospital. That's why he's in the hospital. So he agreed he's in the hospital. But okay, he's okay because he wants to paint because there is no mark, that there is no cut. There is no blood that is oozing out of his body. And you want to say, no, he's okay. No. But Jack Mwimbu, your police torture people. In case you haven't been lucky to be Muma cells, to see how people are tortured, you may speak like that. But clearly, he was tortured by professionals. And this is my point. JJ was tortured by professionals. He was tortured by professionals. And this torturing wouldn't have ended any other way than dumping, a lifeless body on the road. That's what would have happened. But the pressure that was put is what made them scared. It is your pressure that made them scared and said, no, you know what? If this guy is seen lifeless, there will be a problem. And for me, I'm thanking God for that. I'm thanking God for that. Because at least we have the guy alive. And at least we have the guy that he will tell the story very soon when he recovers. I know he will recount the story. But their intention was not good. Their intention was not good. They wanted to clear him. They wanted to clear him. But let us not forget why all these things are happening. Why all these things are happening? It's because Edgar Lungu has offered himself, has agreed to our request to say, come back. We are the ones that have been asking. At least me, I am one of those people who has been asking Edgar Lungu to come back. And we are not asking Edgar Lungu to come back because Edgar Lungu had for a show. No. Edgar Lungu Talent Gunga. No? Yes, he helped me. He helped me at one point, but Talent Gunga. And I'm not asking for Edgar Lungu to come back so that he can come and, buy me meal. No. It is because Hakainde Hichilema has brought our country to a level where, everything is so difficult. Where people are failing to live in their country comfortably. That is why we are saying, let Edgar Lungu come back. We want Hakainde Hichilema to go. And Hakainde Hichilema doesn't want to go. And he doesn't want to go, so what he wants to do is to weaken Edgar Lungu. And this, my brothers and sisters, it has not ended. It has not ended. JJ has come back alive. I am appealing to you. I am appealing to you that guard that you had, to protect JJ, to speak against bad things, please don't drop it. That energy, that enthusiasm, that passion, please don't drop it. Please don't drop it. If you're ndanda inepano, sometimes ndarande fifine, fiamoneka kwa tindesa vailafi. But most of you agree with me that a number of things that I've said on this platform have come to pass. Earlier on, just when Hakainde Hichilema came into power, 3 months into it, I said this man is a dictator. We don't have a president. And that's what took me to Edgar Lungu to start asking him to come back. I saw it. I said it that we will start disappearing. And we are disappearing. JJ Banda, thank God, is back. Otherwise, he was going to go for good. Jim Chisenga, a house was burnt. A lot of other things will be happening. People have died. People have died. I don't want to mention their names tonight. But I will mention some of these names so that I refresh your minds. I open your mind. You see that people have actually been dying in this government. People have been dying in this government. And if we are not careful, more people will die. More people will be abducted. More people will be sent into jail for nothing. Because Hakainde Hichilema is desperate to hold on to power. Is desperate to hold on to power. Hakainde Hichilema knows cannot win an election. Even if he stood with me, I stand with Hakainde Hichilema, he cannot win an election. He cannot win an election. But in Shilefoku ituntumba. But no, nala imina na Hakainde Hichilema. Let us put a man that is experienced. Let us put a man that can at least help us to converge together. Edgar Lungu, with his weaknesses, God does not use the perfect people. God uses the normal people. And Edgar Lungu is an imperfect person. But God is asking us to converge around him, to remove Hakainde Hichilema, put things in order, and then we can open the floodgates of politics in 2031, and all of us can contest. But Hakainde Hichilema knows this. He wants to make sure he frustrates this. A number of you are going to be sorted out. A number of you are going to be sorted out. I don't need to mention a number of politicians that have been targeted. But Fred Membe is on high what? Is a target. Is a big target. Fred Membe is a big target. Kampiongo is a big target, and I talk about these people not from nowhere. These are people that Hakainde Hichilema really wants to sort out. Kampiongo is on high target. Bowman Lusambo is on high target. Joe Malanji is on high target. Edgar Lungu himself, Kamidi, is number 1. Savoy Imbolela is on high target. Sean Tembo is on high target. Myself, I am a dead criminal. If they can get me, alamule mpepela ko mwewandu. Mule mpepela ko mkonka nyepo fokula mpepela ko. no kunsapota ko vile vile mwansapota ko because ili onka chula nkafira okuikala kufyalo fyabene kuno nkafira okulipira rent muli kanwa kanda nde ikalamu nkawekere ku Zambia ala wakanchita kantu wakansa ni mismeet tamwa kamone pone chitumbya wakagaya fene chitumbi wakagaya dimbi wakayeshana okushtisha to make sure that I don't come back. So there are people that are highly targeted. This is what happens to people that fail. When leaders who are so desperate for power, when they fail, they resort to these things. So these things which are happening are not surprising. And by the fact that JJ Banda has come back, I am asking you Zambians that please don't put your guards down. No shalimo akabamo. Even I never praise singer who say, shan, they are busy talking nonsense. Something that is not even making sense. How can you say, no, JJ Banda was in Edgar Lungu's whatever. No, it is Uka who staged this. What nonsense is this? Uka staged this and they put a suicide note. Because you want to, Uka, whatever. If it is Uka that staged this, would have Uka put in that note? Because that note is what is exposing you. If it was Uka, he would have just disappeared. It would have just disappeared, and maybe they would have, I don't know, but not to put a note. That note exposes you. If it was Uka that they are putting up a stance, they wouldn't have put it there. And the police wouldn't have come out the way they did. The police came out the way they did, conclusively. It is because it is them. And their intention was to sort him out. So Imam never praise singer. Some of you are just innocent people struggling with in your own lives. But you are busy speaking so loudly. No shalimo akabamo. And I want to draw your attention to something else again. On Koswe page, and some of these UPND pages, they are exposing certain people. You saw those young people that followed Edgar Lungu per Ibex police station. They are putting those pictures. You know why they are putting those pictures? It is for identification. Take note of those people who are on those pictures. Because those people will start disappearing as well. They will start targeting them. Koswe, they are trying to identify people. They are the ones, bringing out who should be sorted out. They are the ones who are bringing out who should be sorted out. Honorable Mawonga must be looked after. Let us pray for Honorable Mawonga, because you have seen they are flashing her. They are flashing Honorable Mawonga because they want to target her. They are targeting her. They are busy bringing out Honorable Mawonga. Munia Zulu ala mundia Zulu mule mpepela ko mwa Echeulia. Mule mpepela ko Munia Zulu is a target, is a huge target. These are some of the people that, we have to be very careful. We have to be praying for them. But certainly, these are prominent people that we know. But also in our communities, let us be attentive. Let us be a brother's keeper. Let us be a sister's keeper. Let us defend one another. Let us protect one another in the communities. Don't just take it to say, it can happen to anyone. So in the communities, some of these people we may not know, I may not know about them. Munduwire might not know about them. Edgar Lungu might not know about them. You people in the communities, please pay attention. Let's make sure that we do a head count on each other. Let us start checking on each other, making sure. Please, don't just stay in your houses. Come out and defend that person, because we are in a Gestapo kind of government where people are going to be fished out of their homes in the night. to be slain out. And because some of these people are not known like JJ Banda, we will not even know about them. So let us stay on guard, Nami Papata. We don't have a government that is protecting citizens. The government of Hakainde Hichilema is a failed government. And as a failed government, it is targeting its own people. The only thing that we can do is to protect one another. I am glad that JJ Banda, the family members have been allowed to be on his bedside. Please don't lose sight of JJ Banda, because they will confuse his memory such that he will not be able to talk. So let us make sure that we stay with JJ Banda. He remains as he is. His memory is intact. His memory is intact. He spoke to people. He's okay. He is able to tell us what happened. But they can confuse him. They can harm him such that so let us be very much on the lookout. He's alive, but they might do something to him such that he will not be able to live even after he leaves that hospital. We have seen these things. There are a number of people that were arrested, taken into hospital. When they came out, they didn't survive. So let us be on guard on JJ. Let us be on guard on JJ. Na papata. And let us look after one another. Na mi papata. Let us look after one another. This government is ruthless. This government is brutal. Hakainde Hichilema is the worst that we have had. And I think God wanted to show us that indeed we should be careful when we are choosing leaders. Now we have a Lucifer leading us. We have a Lucifer leading us. I'm telling you, this is a Lucifer. He's sorting us in every way. In the economy, he's sorting us out. He's beating us. He's tribal. Everything that you can think of a bad leader is in Hakainde Hichilema, apart from his switch talk. Apart from his switch talk. But everything bad that you can think of a bad leader is in Hakainde Hichilema. So, I mean, what can stop me from saying this is a Lucifer leader? Let me open phone lines so that you can talk. I really appreciate your phone calls that you make on this program. I really appreciate. I'm not going to shout out the number, because if I shout out the number, you know, I am algorithms ya TikTok. They sort it out. They do whatever. My good ladies here. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, good evening.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, good evening.
I'm here, the first lady to come.
Please, go ahead. Your fingers are very quick.
Immediately you just say, I'm going to open, and my phone goes, huh?
That's what happens with people who are attentive. No, thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate your phone calls. I appreciate your contribution. So please go ahead, my sister.
Yes. Well, for me, I just want to thank you for being the voice of the many Zambians who can speak. And I'll keep on talking like this. Because if it wasn't for your voice to really speak the way you've spoken, and others come on board and we put our voices together, we couldn't have seen maybe JJ today, as you have said it.
Mm-hmm.
And what is paining me, Mr. Tayali, is what you've said. Mm-hmm. They are busy saying this and that and just intimidating this one. And the sad part is, those people who are busy saying bad things in Southern Province and in Northwestern Province, they have not been touched.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Miss Nawaki just says this, she has a call out to go and appear before the police.
You know?
Dunia Zulu has to go and appear before the police.
Mm.
Honestly speaking, where is fairness in this country?
Mm.
Can we be fair, Mr. President? Let's be fair. Tell Mr. Jackie Mwimbu to be fair with the way he's dealing with the Zambians. Those who spoke bad things in Southern Province, let them be brought to book. Those who spoke bad things in Northwestern, let them be brought to book. Not just going for the ordinary Zambian because we've spoken against the government. No, we've said no. We don't want that. Let us voice out. We don't want that. Mr. Tayali, I was thinking about it when you said me when they bring me, I'll be like Miss. I'm like, God, who will speak for you? Because you are the only person who speaks. The chair of the voice, that Queen Cobra, maybe she can stand up, or Queen Pumi will stand up. But we don't have anyone in Zambia who come like that, the way you've come out to make sure that we come with one voice to say, we want JJ back. Everybody's busy, quiet, because we are scared. So, Mr. Tayali, please continue with your spirit. We love you. For us who are supporting you, who speak on your platform, we love you. All those who are busy insulting and whatever, we say back to their senders, they are zombies. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Mr. President. Yeah, just as I said last time, we always stand to pray for you. You are doing a very, very good job, and keep it up. Yeah. Then I don't know if you managed to listen to the briefing where the sister to JJ was just sharing in the afternoon.
I heard part of it. I heard part of it, yes.
There was a nurse in the middle of the policeman.
Yes.
That came with an injection. Please, I know you may talk about that. Just to continue alerting those people is very much important. I think for the people to know how harmful these people are. Please keep it up, and may the Lord bless you and keep you safe where you are there. God bless you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for you as well, to be calling in. You are the only people that make this program. Thank you. Hello?
Tayali Mwisha.
Yeah, I'm Kamisha Nine.
Awe, tatuli uwino mchalo. Amutwana mngiofini mulera ndoko. Filike uwino. Inecho ningate mukura ndapo Tayali. Fili mchalo fili stikata fili uwino. UPND valeshita tafili uwino. Mweneni vajeje Banda. Uku wabasanga wabasangile. Tafule futi fyambo kumonete fili mwitule mwana kuli ba polisi valeshita. Natuishoka watu wa polisi valeva womfiafye. Bashitwa papata sana ba polisi muli bafami nesu but nimwe muli pisha kwata tipi bantu benu mwatu pata lero pamulandi waba Hakainde Hichilema no manishitwa laikala shani ba polisi bafure bayinda pa kintu kimu bali constitution ya chalo no defend mutendo wa chalo no mbabemenyi no kula defend ba Hakainde Hichilema twalaikala shani muchalo era tumana kwa tuli bayicheke twishe prestika ipanga taumona polisi asapoka umuntu alese nanenye timu ainga na injection mu hospital shiwa mu hospital ira nishikira piulesi foi demand twala vika ya kwebati uko jeje bamutwere kwa ba family tabashinafuaya abweri umutunturu pantu na gishoko batafira apwa abweri umutunturu kuba mutwere ngataka wero umutunturu muchero muneta mwaka wa mipono kwama baichindika bashitefintifi amanoti bale tumana kwatetwa kwa tamano mucharo kwa tamano wonse kwebekala mu Zambia olotura mune fichitika ifire fichitika tafata fichitika po this is the first time we think that ifire fichitika mucharo abena Zambia olo imba pressing don't kula tefintifi fili wino mune lumba fye abena Zambia bale bachusha muri umusango mune lumba umuntu bamushtakidi napo MP bamwe wati mo ifo kweba kwa tetwa kwa tono kwa kubutukira bakachushita cyane mune fatire kala bonse mucharozi oro Hakainde bali landa feweka amarali Hakainde bakwata beka abambe bantu bakwata amarali so Hakainde to abapapata sana ni ba president wabantu bonse bafe ba president waba pressing awe atote
mkana totela hello
Mbuya.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm sure you are very much okay and safe.
Yes, please.
Mbuya mwamene mwakambira myamikira maningi mulungu pakuti wa JJ Banda waoneka wali moyo. I'm telling you, your voice, the voice of we love, peace-loving Zambians. God has answered our prayer.
Amen.
You know, whenever God says yes, no one can say no, no matter where they took him. Menso ya mulungu yaona kwa mene wanaliri na matu ya mulungu yanamvera mapempero kulira kwa ife ma Zambians. Let's continue, as I conclude, my brother, let's continue kupempera. That's the only weapon we can use for now. This is both a spiritual and a physical battle. I'm telling you. And mulungu azati yanka very soon. God will hear our prayers. Nakuya mikirani mbuya, we are enjoying the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
This Tayali.
Yes, sir. Hello? Please speak normally on the phone. When you call, just speak normally. Stay away from the phone that you are listening to and just speak normally. Don't put your phone on the loudspeaker. Don't put your phone on the loudspeaker. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me, Mr. Tayali?
We can hear you very clearly. Please go ahead.
Okay, it's more than where I am, but I just want to say what a commendable job that you're doing, bringing people and getting people to be aware, because what you're doing is even better than let the people talk. This is powerful. Continue using this tool. You know, they say that we don't have cadres in Zambia. Yes, I agree with that. We have leaders in Zambia. Not cadres, but UPND is a medal party.
It is.
What they did today is something that we're not happy about. Some of us are non-partisan, but we cannot tolerate this nonsense anymore.
It's too much.
Continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. I pray for your safety. Be careful, even you where you are. Don't show us the hotel, where they're staying, because we can never know with these people.
Yeah.
Just be very, very alert. We thank God for JJ, and the police need to respect what the family say. They are entitled, it's their right. If they want JJ in a private hospital, let him go to a private hospital. Mr. Tayali, we thank you. Continue being the voice for the voiceless. We are with you. We are silent. But come 2026, we'll watch this space.
Thank you very much, my sister.
I'm very good. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, President Tayali.
Good evening.
I've never this program. Are you able to get it?
I think it's not very clear. I don't know if you are using a loud. Please, if you can try to speak direct into the mic.
Okay. Are you able to get it now?
Yes, I think it's better. Let's try. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to make a contribution also. I just wanted to make a contribution concerning issue about JJ. You know, me when I started thinking that Ababantu, when the abductors, when they dropped JJ, I think they thought he was done.
Yeah.
He was not going to pull through. You know why I've said this? You should take your time and listen to the presser that the sisters gave. The police were very reluctant to go when they were told please. Okay? So what the sister said was, but police nama sisters back way, they reached at the same at the location where JJ was almost at the same time. And there were just the two of them, the policemen. But what is so surprising is that when JJ was taken to the hospital, all those policemen came. Once several police abatisa, fine, they came and they had their own reasons. But the question Yandi, could they not coordinate the family of JJ? Why were they forcing themselves inside?
Yeah.
Why did they want? Because I saw Bale pushing and there was commotion there. JJ now, his Aliquata family, so I think in a normal functioning government, bakapokola bachiringo kulanda na family ya kwa JJ. Okay, situasanga, it's like this, we have our security concerns, therefore achieve so.
Yes,
but they imposed themselves on the family, and the family was not regarded. And the way they got JJ Pakawamtwala minus Soko, it was not with the family's approval. So I strongly feel they had it at the back of their mind that JJ was not there. They thought the job was done.
You will not make it.
Yeah, because what justification do they have? Could harass family the way they forced themselves? Bam send the JJ, Bam tola kwa the hospital they came. I think when you listen to the presser.
Yeah. My sister, you are right. You are right. But let me allow other people to come in. You are very right on the. We have gotten your point. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
President Mawombe.
Yeah, I'm Mawombe.
Mawomba shano President.
You are the people that call on this program. You contribute. Your voices has helped. It has saved the life of JJ today. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Chakubarira kuba Tayali ndefo kumitasha bali pressure mwabaperi ababa mukuru akubula imwe ukubabika mu pressure JJ Banda ngatamonete. So pressure mwabapele eirengero kweba na JJ Banda bamulekereko batina. So epashiri pakuleka ndetotera palicho. Ukuisa pafyo mulandire fyonse mwachando kwebati abantu tuleyafuana ma communities abantu baratukwisha chine chishinkefu tete mu community bambi abantu fintu bachita wangu muno byale punda nasanswa ero ifimbala blanket tulefuma tuleyafuana so that tuchife echichirwani ifine bintu JJ Banda nafyo mkwita wapa mulupa nation abamuchitefu wati mofwe wa mkomboni kwitu wapusuka. So lero nachira mfwa kukabwoko kuli umo baumine radio kolo kumumo kumulepa ulenu mayo sekatushinga namwe mona ila batayari. So abantu tebantu abasumayo nababipa so tuisokere tule yafuana ngomu mwachiranira mulya mwini. Kabidire sakonka nyepo kumiwota vintu mulebo mbabatari na tote.
Yeah, mkwana totana. Hello?
Shani watayari.
Yeah, mkwa shanaim.
Hello, Shani watayari.
Buna fe.
Staying continue kula tukoseshe fine. Then kuna national ipshako. Mwite yashi it's visible enough for even a fool can see that Iva police omobadi.
No doubt.
So yes, then another thing that I want to say is that family should be calm and they shouldn't be talking about issues that can raise awareness of state agents.
Exactly. Very true.
They should be very careful because that's stand up for something about the camera footage ku Midlands Hospital kulia.
Balaya sendaidi abakafumia.
So
Bakafunya
that thing is going to be taken out.
Because if I was tena kunganda kumwandi, when they broke the house, they got the camera system. So na kuna nikane ku Midlands, amshwanga moyako mwalasa ngatina basend.
So the families have to be calm. They have to consult from the lawyer.
Yeah, it's true.
Before they give these statements.
Yes.
Then lastly, what I want to say is, if you check on the U.S. Embassy Facebook page, when Samansama was killed, they made a statement.
You know?
But now, these Western embassies, the British Embassy, U.S. Embassy, there is no comment on their page regarding this saga.
At least my brother, yourself, I'm not cutting you. You are right that at least they would have even spoken about those what happened at the hospital, because a hospital is a diplomatic place where the police are not supposed to conduct themselves in the manner they did, and if it violates the international law, and therefore at least we expect them, because they are the big voices, the Americans, the British, they are a big voice to speak, at least to protect the hospital.
Yes, so but there in the famika to my embassies, name for Mushe mu Zambia, now the church, they should speak up. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Thank you. And indeed, this point that this caller has raised is very important. That let us be very careful with what you say, particularly family members and JJ. JJ should not say anything. JJ should not speak to anyone until he comes out, is fully recovered, and he talks to people. Let him not talk to those people. And we know JJ is okay. Don't confuse JJ's brain. We know he's okay. Why do we know he's okay? He was able to remember the number of the mother. He was able to remember the number of the mother. So he is okay mentally. He's okay mentally. Don't confuse his mental capacity. And please, family members, JJ himself, please don't talk anyhow. Don't talk anyhow. These are not people who have got good intentions. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. What if those guys that abducted, the JJ were wearing masks, how are they going to recognize them?
Well, you see, I can see from your number, at least yourself, you are coming from a developed country. These days wearing a mask is not enough disguise. These days there is what we call DNA. And I know we may not be that sophisticated, but under such circumstances, if the police are really serious to find out who did it, they are able to do that. For example, in Lusaka, we have CCTVs. We have cameras all over. We have cameras. Even in that area where JJ's car was found, we have cameras. So the car that must have put JJ Banda could be noticed, and we can be able to trace.
Do you think they're going to release those cameras, or they'll just disable them so we don't know what's going on? Because I'm very much concerned about this.
Yeah, so the point is, if these people, if the police are not involved, let me put it this way, if the police are not involved, if the state is serious about investigating this matter and bringing out the culprit, they will do it. They will do it, and they can do it. But if they are involved because it's themselves, yes, this story will go quiet as if nothing happened. They will never come up with anything. So we will know, we will have further confirmation. Right now we know they are involved. But we will confirm, we will confirm that it is the police, it is the state. If no one is arrested in this whole issue, because there is too much information that can lead to the arrest of these people. Even JJ himself is alive, because a mask is not enough. Even a voice you can recognize. So if the police are not involved, we will get answers. But if they are involved, definitely we will not get anything.
Okay, thank you. But HH must go. He must go. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That is our prayer, all of us. That is our prayer. HH must go. HH must go. There is just nothing for us to say. I mean, we should continue with this man. What is there? Hello?
Good evening, Your President.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah, Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Mwana. Speak up, you are a man. Speak up. You are not sleeping. Let people hear you. Please go ahead.
Wa president yala kutesa to much bakupera pesa bayo mapangiri lewa geni ni mwana statement na pele kupata mbele na statement na pela wa sister sema kwa tunas papako so shisha kwa maanda kwa shani
Ati, sorry, statement ya Chilanda?
Statement ya Chipera ya Diamond ya Chipera kwa pile bebe. Na Chipera wa sister ku press conference. Sema kwa partner sanako. Even na mshikaron service.
Yeah. No, you are right. You are right. Naf sana. Like the way our minister was talking, bachelor ndakwati ati yo mare twalira ndati jeje twala musanga lero twa musanga. They were talking, the minister was talking as if Bakapokola, they are the ones who found JJ. No, Bakapokola, they didn't know anything about it. They didn't know anything. So, but Jack Mwimbu, let him not take credit for anything. He hasn't done anything. If anything, they owe the Zambian people an apology in the manner that they have handled the whole situation. So you are right that there is a difference, and we know for sure that the police were not involved. The police were not involved. So bebe po bufati yoni foto musangire erota tiba musange pantu eba muikete eba musendele. So you are right on that one. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Wina fem kwai.
Donesi natafu kuranda pofia panomba de like in my side like ndara wa mtunga like slow poison kwa sometimes mutunda wa mwikata wa start busy na wa mtunga like slow poison ya 2 years ya yemu ya panono alo aya fira kunganda fija nomba nishina ifine fia government like government ifine state like ba murekera ko ba mtunga slow poison afine so tfeto afikonka bwino ya shitete dipele ja pelira shi ifune ifuni ya kunta ya shitete dilale ya shi ifeto apitilo kurushe ya shi ifindu fufire shika muzambiano.
We sakamana munyina, you are right with what you are saying, and that's why the family was insisting to take him to a hospital where they believed at least he can get good medical attention. I am very sure when JJ comes out, Akeso Kuku Inoli, I know I can see from your number that you are not in Zambia. Akesa Isokuku Inoli, I'm not going to mention where you are, but Akesa Isokuku Ine, and they will check him. They can detoxicate you. You know, even if now kuchita poison chan, you know, kuma hospitals, bala samfya, babu lomlopa ba samfya, bachita drain, babika mumbi shan. So, JJ will be okay. We will be okay because I'm sure the family will make sure that he goes through a thorough medical checkup.
Okay, natokera sana.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello.
Good.
Yes, good evening.
So, just to say a few words,
One thing you should know, Mr. Tayali, you are not alone. We follow the program, you encourage us. You are not alone, sir. People charge phones, people get bundled just to hear what you say. You are speaking for a lot of people. Issue of Banda, if you heard my sisters, what they were saying, they went to plead for the Honorable Mr. Jack Mwimbu, pleading for him, kneeling down. Minutes later, I came, held a press conference. These people are heartless, sir. And then my disappointment, Yanangu, I don't know some chiefs from other provinces, Eastern Province, Northern, or wherever. I don't know why they are quiet about such issues. They have to be giving checks and balances to the government at the end of the day. But chiefs are quiet. Otherwise, sir, you are not alone. We are following. We may not show our support financially as at now, but we are standing with you in prayer.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate. I know a lot of. I stand for the poor. I stand for the poor people, and I know you may not have what to give me, but I continue to ask you to keep on praying for me, and even calling on this program, listening to the program. It gives me encouragement. So thank you very much. Keep up with the spirit. I'm not alone. Indeed, like the young man has said, I'm not alone. We can do it together. Let's do it together. We are fighting one cause. We have one agenda. We have a bad president. We have a bad government. We need to take it out. Hello? 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 Hello?
Mr. Tayali, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Mr. Tayali, I just want to say, may the good Lord bless you.
Thank you.
And keep protecting you.
Thank you.
Yes, with so many voices, we are seeing the results.
Thank you.
But, your platform has played a bigger role. I know there's been other people that have been, posting on their platforms and so on and so forth. But your platform surely has done it big.
Thank you.
So we want to appreciate you, and as Zambians, we are working. We'll keep supporting you in any way that we can. Whether still kuno kunyumba. We are looking forward to see you. We are looking forward to see you in 2026 or 2027.
Or even earlier. Or even earlier. It's possible.
Yes, or even earlier. But all what I wanted to say, is may the good Lord bless you. About what the ministers have been saying and other politicians in government, it's very disappointing.
No, very disappointing indeed. Very.
Yes, but sir, good evening. I have a pleasant evening. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. I am encouraged. I want to insist on this. I am encouraged. The people that encourage me, it's you people who charge your phone. This time, especially in Zambia, we have a situation where people are failing to. You don't have electricity, but you charge your phones and you come to listen. Thank you. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to say a very big thank you to your program. It's really helpful and it's really nice that you're talking on behalf of the poor Zambians.
Thank you.
Yeah, what worries me is the way the family was treated. It was really bad. And for the statements to come out like that from Mr. Jack Mwimbu, it was very disheartening. Now, the problem we have in Zambia is that proper investigation won't be done.
Nah.
I don't know how we can go about and help out in this issue. Because the way the family said that a nurse who came in the wards to come and try to give an injection to Mr. Banda, it's really scary.
Yeah. No, my sister.
Anyways, thank you very much.
My sister, thank you for calling in. Thank you for listening to the program. I mean, let's continue praying and let's do whatever we can. Let's speak out even where we are. We don't have a good government. We don't have a good government in Zambia. It is not about hatred to Hakainde, Hichilema. Things are just bad. We need to change this government.
I'm coming to Zambia to vote in 2026. He must go. We don't want him. We are tired.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello? Hello?
Anawashikia?
Mkwa. Call me Tayali, please. Listen, my brother. Let's leave out the names of children. I think address me as Tayali. It's better.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yes. Hello. Go ahead.
I have only a simple question. Wamenalemba later just since JJ apeska wamo ndio muntu achifunika kuziwa manini.
Wamenalemba ni ndani.
JJ analemba later kuziwa nalo agamba suicide note. So manje since JJ apeze kanwa moyo analemba ija later manje ni ndani.
Batiuze bakapokola. Batiuze
bakapokola. Onani watayari. Mbelani watayari. Bali mwayo wananjala iku Zambia watayari. Wafana mkomboni wamenya abantu kupoka mafoni. Then ngati ni wakada wamenya walabo wakonga kwenda kuchita abduct JJ. Nanga wai mafoni yonse yabili JJ sensa mafoni yodula ana S24 na iPhone 15. Wai wanasiya ngati ni makada wananjala. So ndiye ma questions yabeni nawa tayari abili alitempa muliankeke. Analemba leta jasisi JJ ali moyo. Ngati ni makada wanaenda kutenga JJ wai wanasiya mafoni.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It is clear. These are state operatives. People who knew what they were doing. Hello?
My president.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mwabombe.
Mwabombe.
Awele sapade nkondo mwarwa yakula.
Yoto alibonse.
Awe leso mwine kwena mweba chilengo kweba chabantu baingalanda nokuba pamo nimwe mwachikoseshe ekintu. Kuli ba family feba kwa jeje te kwesho okufumako ku bedside.
Awe
te kwesha beka lefe na yena mpako wakapole. Amashu ya last ni kubena Zambia mwikala bobuchushi mwapitamo mu 2026. Nangu bakese mibe zemba iko kwe bachi babwesha kutufintu akabunga babwesha pashanishanya abantu ngamwaisa bapera na imbitemu bakamipwisha. Mwikala ba ruishenya mavota skadi muyapuputenga tawakopwa ruishoku kopwa. Ubu teko 2026 bukalonge bukambepo. Bobombe bwino mukwa.
Natotera. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I won't say much, but I would want to just talk to the UPND government.
You know, I'll be mixing with the local language, eh?
It is even better.
Man, nditumina gunogusia vonga ndiri alusitwano n'abalayanda babole bantichati. So you know,
you are not scared.
You cannot hold captive. Pemputu asira mudala ngatatuyo iri onse. It's even better ndainka kujere kamba kujere kulinsima ya free. Instead of people putting us into problems like this, you know, I've always said if there is that hatred between him and Mr. Lungu, there is no way he can put us into problems and starting putting other people's lives at stake. Let him just go straight to Lungu. We cannot survive. Our businesses are sinking. His main interest is to fight Lungu.
Yes. At all costs.
Mudala mevo guse awaso amarezo awa yanda gusiga muminzo muchest. I can't find time to cut my hair. The moment you are free, there is no power. We are staying like 3 hours in a day with power. Power goes at 04. It comes 12 hours. 13 hours power goes. Until you sleep, there is no power. What kind of staying is that? And there, someone has got all the energies to fight people. Even sending the whole minister to hospital. To do what?
Yeah. For what?
To do what? Mupati, we read, we see, we watch my videos or news in other countries. I've never seen a government with 1,000 press briefings in a month talking about nothing but wrong. You know what I'm saying? Today we've had two press briefings today. Nothing, full of nothing.
Yes.
What assurances have they given the people of Zambia to say they will do this and that?
Yeah. No.
Let them come to their senses.
No. Thank you very much, my brother.
When the people now rise up, they will start saying, no, people are inciting people.
You know?
It's hunger inciting people.
No.
When you rule with a heart, there's no one who can come and talk against your rule. No one. Of course, there will be people who will be against you, but when the majority are happy, you also even have an easy way of governing the people. Not whereby the majority are complaining. You know? But to pay here, and they have actually, you know, it's even becoming, let me become tribal, but they are making our names, us who come from Southern Province, to sound like we are stupid people. We are down.
My brother, I can't agree with more than that. It's true.
We don't even know where we'll be staying after he comes out of office, because some of our names will be deleted from this planet, from this country, Zambia. He should think in those lines. He won't be there forever to defend us.
It's true. It's very true. No, thank you very much, my brother.
Does he think these things he's doing? Sorry, thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Mwabomba shani watayati.
Mkama wombena hivi.
Mkwai. Kwema ni matao first to contribute kwa hii program. Mwole sampari sana pali hii program watayati.
Natotela.
Ine kwene chondefa afye kulanda kocha kwe wati kati watila wakuli mnanikani briefing ya ma sisters waba honorable. Bushyawo banasi babakisa na ba police. Bakishi bachibulo lenshi bajeje nangu nipeni what kind of injection watafa kupenda bajeje.
consultation issue bacha mukuta consult kulugena babe bati nefile kadipa ninchi ndepero baba banda cho we have to muntu wo tufeto apera nyojo
ukukupera umufika la issue ulwele
imagine wene ni mpapa sana tafia traffic kapo ifi mu Zambia not oko tuleba tayali au kwa takuweme takuweme ero chimbi futi kaidi batwebo ko bati bajeje balisha noti nomba basha noti bajeje amsori Zambians bayamkuyipaya how come baisa nefironda
ala ifya kupumwa
abaire mkuyipaya
ifya kupumwa
bantu tora yakwi awe tatuli batwawe talishibuka abafuyeshe baya batayati
utapachimbi
otherwise abantu balapwa
natotera man
thank you so much Jesus.
Hello yes please
what Wombe?
I'm Wombe.
Ya kutoa sura na ya kutomtomka ni uteko wesu munichi pante. Pues puan fue baile mukubota ifo tingaranda. Atujine fo tingarande uteko wesu nefya kwesha kutifya tulia zuro. Nefya kwesha isha batayari.
Echachine.
Because abantu wonfuire fyo mwenzo waku efo yali ida program efo yali after what ta organize yali kumwipaya uli omuntu nomba basa mona the majority of Zambian baranda po bali against mpe bati uyu muntu nga keso wafwa nishi kukabuke fyongo that's why waire mu dumping nakoda kukafiwe waire mu dumpinga ero tete nangu base baranda tsika warara watisa mukuiba ngatira pali phone because ama phone abantu bafwa yali kwa tempia so umuntu wako waishiroko untu wabana mu military nangu soja nangu bali abantu baishire kunganda kumwenu batari bantu abasendele jeje banda not feva kabwarara baba icha baba ama janki awe iyo janki waishire ni janki wakufuma kunani uko community house janki aishire oyo watari otherwise awe tuleto trapari program yenu imwareta bajinge fine vyatiranda wasista wonse tureisa mukuvota again tulebwera tuvote filafine twafunishe po wa PF efo no bubi no kuteko twara kufunyapo
au mkolonganike fa muikolonganike konse mweba mu diaspora bonse mweba mu diaspora muikolonganike and let's see ama vote ama nanikana marriage bare kopesha marriage tien tukopesha marriage tien tuchite register kuvota
emukoya au turebwera hello
badani mlishani
wina femkwai
emkwai awe nati ndotele ko sane chito mubombere badadi apashite pakuleka emkwai so ndelanda kuiba polisi ababonsa baikete kuli jeje namanase sibonsa baikete kuli jeje ifwe tatukwete fya kubalambula besa fyo kubalambula bene wale kwato kutontonkanya ati jeje oloba mwipaye ero bala fuenda machitu jeje afola nango bala sanga muchinshi profeti panna bena pali yine intamba intutuleta mwena bene epo bali baleta balemona so buwele fyo wa muntu mwayova
So ivyo vintu vonse vafuye vakwata kutontonkanya ivi vintu avantu vanelanda ati awene 2026 tukavote mwangu ine ndema kwati kwalepa nangoni 2024 iyile kuti kwavote afumepo chatu chushoyu
awo mwandi mtu wachula mwe
chisuma natoteza vatayali
mkwaye hello
hello president
yes mkwaye
mwabombeni mkwaye
awo buno fe mkwaye
nani ati nandeko
mkwaye awe tuli bananyina. We are brothers. We are one Zambia, one nation.
Inende kulanda pali wakapukola. Wakapukola they are professionals.
Sana.
Tawaishiwe nchito yavo. Iyo motuka basi ele basangiye motuka pa crime scene. Wakapukola tabali no kuyensha bene That vehicle was supposed to have been covered and then backloaded on another vehicle. So that they call now the experts, forensic, but send them a fingerprints, and whatever. So now, for them to have driven to driven the question, meaning that they had tempered with evidence. So there is nothing that will come out from Wakapokola. I can tell you what you said. That thing is completely dead. The only good part is that we JJ now Monica. Pen 42. You know, when you take a patient to even a criminal hospital, when he's being treated by the doctor, the police are not supposed to interfere in that treatment. They need to wait.
Yes.
Then the doctor, after he has finished everything, then the doctor will hand over that person to the police. Not what they did. Then coming to the minister. The minister, before issuing the press statement, they should have first consulted the family, sit down together with the family. Ask the family what they heard, and then he come up with one statement. Then he tells the nation. Now you see now, to what my statements too. The minister is saying this, the families are saying this. Then tuchakuli wakateka. So ukamona mali wakateka mali wale yako pa build. Wakaenda pale ya Galungu.
Ala.
I tell you, can say what you said. Time ago, what a briefing. The whole thing to walk up about you just be talking about Edgar Lungu. Not the short Valanda, they're going to solve the issue. I'm writing on Zambia. Nothing. No, okay, thank you, our president.
Natotera, son. Hello? 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 Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, if you can speak up and if you can speak direct into the mic of the phone, it would help.
Hello?
Yes, much better. Please go ahead.
So, you know what I'd like to find out? How should we go about it as Zambians to remove this government? Because 2026 is too far. And I can imagine how many people will die between today and 2026, especially when we get closer to election time. So how can we go about removing these people? How can we go about having early elections?
Well,
that is
you see,
what I need.
Thank you, my sister. And let me take this opportunity to respond to some of these people who are saying that our constitution does not allow for early elections. That is not true. That is not true. Our constitution does allow for early elections. The onus is on the people. And I want to emphasize this. The onus is on the people. In the sense that we are the ones that elect leaders. And if we are not happy with a leader, we can demand for that leader to resign. We can demand for that leader to resign. So one way that we can do that is to where we picket. We can picket the UPND government that this government is not serving the purpose that we voted them for. So we can picket that. We can put pressure on a government that they resign. And the president, through the constitution, can dissolve parliament. And if he dissolves parliament, we can go for an early election. We can go for an early election. It is allowed.
That's what we need.
So the pressure, we can start the pressure and start calling for UPND government to resign, that we don't want this government. And that can happen if we put pressure on the government to say, let them resign. We can do that. And President Hakainde Hichilema has no right to hold on. When people are saying, he has no right to hold on. He has to resign. He has to dissolve parliament, and we can go for an early election. So it is possible.
I think that's the route we need to go.
Yeah, so thank you, my sister.
Thank you very much.
Hello? 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 Yeah.
What are you? Ala umuntu umfa chidera ndabantu nokukari wabantu nabantu fo bareranda bamuta barekalipa baripera device advice barepera kwa ati political party ifire yao mfire ndabantu takuwa wapo president uli mupawa then bariki uwepo abitaweke batipisa tiri wino iwe wayapa papoja mu wayakalipira abantu kuti bapipeni papoja mu balikere nama blood transport yabo wayapunda tinsala taule piupwa bamulefi achika pari jeje vyachitika vamona lapu yavantu yava politics kwavo kukati avantu kuti wachita agu papitipingi ichiyakutarapisana but avekata kumwoyo wa muntu iyoyo avo ipiwo muzambia tatiwafitiva kwari amapolitical party alikuta kwatariro muntu mukwatinoona kuti karaya mbikana kutara bimbingepivichika if you do politics to walanda wayana mukoti wayaibirira it was a political statement wafuma wapanokuya kumwanda those his own mistakes, but ukuwasonkomona abantu bambokutakompeya lomba balungu tabatengera po mu Great North Road ukuya iminati umseoneone upangile ifi barepanga kare jwebe mona batati abantu barasendora jo kare jwe iyo mole ni rumbe kwate dikongesi rusaka hapa ngamba flyover bridge hapa ngamba chani walungu tawatalera pa flyover bridge atiketo pangire iyo so ba UPND mona kwati eto barepanga na baranda TDF baranda nemsemo barepanga awe iyo tapare farechitanga walifumona po na matelo na mutestoni na mabonde omusali bisebo ali pangire bisebo lungu so mona kwata tiga bapango omusebo atyo barata ko visa antu atyo turebo mbano ifweto ture kali pa namba 1 uruzo walanda baikata abavena munira zuru bekete munira zuru na nani na rumbi na nani bari abantu barenda kujeje afume ero na mutu kukushi You know, you keep pressure, or better pressure government, if you bamonesa ati abantu n'abakuluwa era abantu babalekerako ubisocha pala uyu George Banda balanda abantu bamurati charo charapiriuka bamulekerako George Banda. It's a politics yaba. What is where they are wrong, they are wrong. Where they are right, they are right. The only point here is they are not politicians. Tamara politicians munu kwezi. Ero baresta mbidina politics. Walungu babetira mashina ya koswe. Ya koswe mpoto. Ni wisabari.
My brother, thank you very much. Thank you.
Na tutera.
Emkwai. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
But I'm sorry.
Wina from choir.
I want to if they come to me, so they papsha. How today to therapy program in Tidishi.
Na totela.
They started para.
Na totela sana my want. Hello? Move away, please move away from the other phone.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm glad I'm through. I'm okay, how are you?
I'm okay.
I'm glad I'm through.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know when you can get me.
Yes, we can get you.
Okay, so enough one day monate for yadi. Tabale for kumwesha. I think vale for kumipasa that tanto kwatama numbers mu parliament. That's what I think. And then no kosa pomako selepo. I think eko alenge no kulenga ti bamulekereko because mulabika pressure latari. Umuntu ku tina.
No, tumika pressure once. Naimwenga mle umfwa naimwenga mle tumevifine. Nishmule vika pressure. Tumika pressure once.
Tume pressure ni don't fisha no mwen. So cause nale mla kwati newe na mwikete. Mfrena mulekera kofi. Look at the account number to me ko tupia. Mule file ko rent ko tature mu famu wele. Tature famu wele kuno. Not now. You can talk account number to rent to me nako.
Okay, now that's the text message. Now that's my message.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. The pressure is we do it together. We do it together, and I want to tell you that you know I'm on Facebook, but I'm also on TikTok, and I want to say thank you to the people on TikTok because TikTok is actually doing very well. I saw some people arguing here. Tayali has reached 2,000. TikTok is actually at 5.6K. That is quite a huge number. I'm very grateful. There are a number of people that are watching on TikTok. So in case anything happens, because Ababantu, they are so desperate. Last time they brought down my page. My page was brought down, you know, for no reason. Facebook could not tell me why they dropped my page. My page just went like that. So what I've done now, I've split myself. I am also on TikTok. And in case you don't get me on Facebook, look for me on TikTok, Chilufya Tayali. Here it is. Let me show you. Because some people will think that, you see what is happening there? Have you seen on TikTok? You see the numbers there? It's quite high. So I am also on TikTok. Those who are able to follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok as well. In case you don't get me on Facebook, because traditionally a lot of people know me that you know I'm on Facebook. But because of what happened some time back, I've learned my lesson. I've also started the streaming on TikTok. I want to buy another phone. Ababa maiwa mamukula ndano mbali nati we can put account number. Muishtreko phone. Buy me a phone so that I want to put another phone so that indebana pa YouTube. So that I'll be streaming live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook at the same time. That is what I want to do. Kuti mwanshitira ko phone mkwai. Mwantumina ko ka phone akasuma akakobati ndevi kana ndampe no kula stream live pa YouTube. Ala injito itukwete ikulu. We have a huge task. We have a huge task, and the task that we have one agenda. We have put a wrong person in State House. We need to get that person out of State House. We are the ones that put Hakainde Hichilema in State House, and we can remove him. There are a lot of bad things that are happening. A lot of bad things that are happening. Apart from the electricity, apart from the high prices. Today, I think ama teachers, they were almost protesting. You know, they want to protest because they have not been getting paid. They said, no, not Tungishama teachers, not Tungishama teachers, not Tungishama nurses. They are not paying them. They are not paying them. And then a lot of them are being mistreated. And a lot of civil servants, and this government is not helping them. It's not helping them at all. Not kwataba Meridian Bank. Abashira fola na nomba. What is happening? Mulina quiet. Why are you not talking about the issue of Meridian? Sort out the issue of Meridian. I'll come back in Shireka. I'll be talking about you. I'll continue talking about you until you sort out these people. Because it is an injustice. And that is my job. My job is to speak for the people. Is to bring out the plight of the people. That's what I do. And that is not criminal. That you should put me on high alert. You should put me on red alert. Kuriba Interpol. You, Bakapokola, bad police officers in the world. It is embarrassing that my country is rating the bottom. At Bakapokola, the West. That's why really, I mean, what are you going to do? Even this investigation, it is really a mess. We don't expect much. Anyway, it is already 6 o'clock here, and I like to at least sleep a bit before because you fail to function. So please allow me at this point to rest, and we will talk tomorrow about other issues. Let us continue praying for JJ Banda because he's still not safe. He's still not safe until he comes out of there. And like one caller said, let the family members and JJ himself refrain from giving so much details until such a time when JJ is out of danger. JJ is not yet out of danger, but we thank God that he's alive, and we thank all of you that spoke out, and we encourage you to continue talking. But remember, the biggest agenda is that Hakainde Hichilema must go. It's not out of hatred, but it is by the fact that this man has messed up Zambia. We are so divided. So divided. I mean, no like this guy said. You feel something. You feel indignified, because of Hakainde Hichilema. How this man has really messed us up. May our country be restored. Let us continue praying so that our country is restored and Hakainde Hichilema is gone. Thank you very much for following. Continue supporting me. Continue praying for me. And may God bless you. And may God bless Zambia. Good night.